Yo, what's the dealio, man? Listen, you already know I got a straight banger for you today, all right? So listen, in this video, what I'm gonna be talking about is something extremely powerful and important, all right? We're gonna talk about some stuff that they don't want you to know, right? Who is they? The market makers, right? I'm gonna share some game with you that's gonna help you understand this game on a whole different level. We're talking about high level information right here, all right? So be sure to like this video, subscribe to this YouTube channel, y'all, all right? And also remember, nothing that I say is financial advice. If you guys want financial advice, be sure to go talk to a licensed financial advisor, all right? So with that being said, on Sunday, we was on live, right? We was on YouTube live. And somebody asked me a question. They said, what moves the market, right? Is it option contracts? Is it investors? What? All right. So I kind of broke it down. We're gonna go in depth on this video, and then I have something else that I'm gonna share with you guys also. Okay. So what moves the market? Do options move the market? Option contracts. Okay. So let me help you guys understand this, because it's extremely important for you to understand this more than just trading. A lot of times what happens is we just think that we get in a trade and we get out and that's it. That's a very elementary way of approaching this game, right? No matter what you do, no matter what arena, no matter what industry you're in, the goal should always be to operate on the highest level possible. And the way that you're able to operate on the highest level possible is literally to shoot and strive for being the best. And the way you be the best is you need to understand the game that you're playing, okay? You need to understand the history. You need to understand the inner workings, okay? So when we're looking at options, option contracts, I need you guys to understand this. An option contract is something called a derivative, okay? What does a derivative mean? It means the value of the option contract is derived from the stock price, right? The stock price going up and down. You see what I'm saying? So an option contract is derived, the value is derived from the stock price. And that's why we have on option contract, we have strike prices, right? Because an option contract is trying to make money off the stock's price going up and going down. All right? First things first, it's a derivative, okay? That's why it has intrinsic value and extrinsic value when the strike price is in the money or out of the money. All right? So that's first things first. So when you're thinking about it, right, and you're like, what's making the market go up? Option contracts are not making the market go up and go down, right? Let me tell you why. Because if you go put $1 million in an Amazon call right now and the share price drops, right? Your $1 million invested into that did not make it go up, right? We got something called technical analysis. We also got something called fundamental analysis. We got partnerships, we got news, we got big business happening, okay? So option contracts don't move the market, right? The share price is what moves the market. The value of that company moves the market, right? So now you may say, okay, so what's the real point of option contracts? All right. The point of option contracts is literally to hedge your investments, right? Now let me break this down for you. Back in the day, in the beginning days of the stock market, you could only make money by buying a stock, common share stock, and when the market goes up, you make money, you make a profit, okay? But what happens when you buy into the SPY, the S&P 500 at $200 and then it drops down to 100? What happens, right? You can't do nothing. So what do we know about the wealthy people, the market makers, the politicians? What do we know about them? They're money hungry, right? And so what does that mean? What that means is they're gonna find these loopholes in the system, and these loopholes are gonna do what? Figure out how to make them more money, right? But lucky for you, you're in the game of the stock market. So you're going to be able to make money the same way wealthy people make money, right? So then what they did was they created something called option contracts, right? And that's why we option trade today. So initially, an option contract was literally created to help you hedge your investments of your shares. And that's why it's a derivative. And the value of the option contract is derived from the stock price, right? What the stock is doing, whether it's going up or down, okay? So let's say that you buy in to Amazon, right? Let's say you get, at $200, you buy $50,000 worth of Amazon, okay? And then let's say something catastrophic happens in the world, and then you know that Amazon is going down to 150, okay? And then you like, okay, let me ride a put option down until it gets to 150, okay? Now your 50,000 that you put into Amazon at $200 per share, if it comes down to 150, that 50,000 is going to be down $15,000 because that's 25%, right? 15 times 4 is 60, so it's going to be down actually a little bit more, right? Let's just say 18,000, okay? But you're going to be down, right? But if you put that 10K into the Amazon puts, right? So as your shares, the value of your shares is dropping, your 10,000 that you put into those Amazon puts is printing money, and you catch a $50 move, right? Catch a $50 move. Watch this. When you buy a option contract and you buy it at a strike price, you are going to be able to, if you want to, right? You can buy those shares at the strike price if it expires in the money or if it is in the money at any time, right? Now, what does this mean? So let's say you put 10,000 in some put options, and that 10,000 turned into 100,000. Let's say you get 1,000% on that trade over, a month. Now that 10,000 turns into 100,000. Now what you can do is you can either exercise that option contract, right? And you could buy those shares at that strike price, or you can take the profit and you could buy into Amazon, more shares of Amazon. And let's say Amazon is at $150. And let's say you put in another $50,000. Now you got $100,000 worth of Amazon, but you dropped your price, right? You dropped your average price by 25%. So now your average price goes from $200 per share down to $175 per share, because you put in an equal amount of money, but it was down by 25%, right? Therefore, you down a fourth. Your average cost is down by 25%, right? So then what happens? When Amazon goes back up, even halfway, you're already in the green. And when it goes back to where you bought it at, you're up, okay? So this is how they created these options to go in the beginning, okay? Now, over time, people learned how to, read the charts and do things like that. And that's when you started seeing day traders and scalpers. But in the very beginning days, this was created to hedge your investments so that you could make more money when the stocks come down, and you could reinvest those profits into more shares, okay? When I understood this, it changed the game for me and it blew my mind. But nobody broke this down to me like I'm breaking this down for you, right? And what do I always say? I always wanted to be who I wish I had. That's why I come and I make videos every single day, no matter what's going on, no matter how tired I am, and no matter how sleepy I am, no matter what's going on, right? We show up every day because I'm being who I wish I had, okay? Now, that's option contracts. That's understanding the real workings of this game. It's a derivative, right? You can make money up, you can make money down. But watch this. Now, understanding the correlation of the market and the S&P 500 and stocks, right? So you have something called the SPY, the S&P 500, And you also have something called the Mag 7, right? The Magnificent 7, right? Meta, Amazon, Tesla, Google, Microsoft, Nvidia, and I forget the last one. Apple, okay? But what are these? These are the heaviest weighted stocks in the S&P 500, okay? Now watch this. We see SPY going up, and we like, why is Apple coming down? Why is Amazon coming down? Right? But why is Nvidia up? Okay? Let me break this down for you guys. Because these are the heaviest weighted companies in the S&P 500, they're not all going to be all up at the same time. If you go back to the charts, you will understand that there's never going to be all of the 7 at all-time highs at the same time. Because if they are, that means we're really in trouble. Because if one of those start to come down, what's going to happen? All of them going to come down. And the whole S&P 500 going to come down, right? So what they do is they invest into, let's say 3, push them up. While those 3, let's say Google, Amazon, and Meta, right? Google, Amazon, Meta. Let's say those are all 3 are pumping, right? Google, Amazon, Meta. So you're going to have Apple, Nvidia, and Microsoft. Let's say they're down, right? And you like, why is a SPY going up, but these stocks are going down, right? And then these stocks that are going down, you ain't paying attention to them. They putting you to sleep. And then out of nowhere, right, you buying into these stocks up here that's already up here, right? You buying into these. You buying high, and then you end up selling low, right? But then these stocks down here, what happens? They out of nowhere start pumping up. And then these stocks start coming down while these ones going up, right? It's just a switch. It's a swap, right? It's because they all cannot be up here at the same time. They have to balance out the index. They have to balance out the market, right? So you don't believe me? Let's go to the charts, right? Let's go to the charts. Let me show you guys what's going on, right? So look at the SPY, right? They gapped down and they came up, right? Filled this gap right here. Let's go to the daily time frame. All right, so look, so we at all-time highs up here, right? Okay. Now let's go look at Amazon and Google. So look at Google. They at all-time highs, right? Right here. Pull this up some. Back in November, they was up at all-time highs and they came down, right? Down here. And they popped up, right? So back in November, they was at all-time highs, right? But look, and so was in November, so was Amazon, right? But what happened? They came down here. Everybody was sleeping on them, right? They was sleeping on them. Look at this right here, right? Came down. You ain't paying attention to them, right? Out of nowhere, they blast off here, okay? But while Amazon is blasting off, right? While Amazon is blasting off, look who's not. Let me find them. Let me just type them in. Right here. Look at Apple. Look at Apple, right? Came down, right? They came down. So while Amazon and Google was coming up, right? This is back in December. They coming down, right? So Apple is coming down while Amazon was going up. And then let's go look at Nvidia. Look at Nvidia. They down here, right? So they was up, in October, and then they had to come down and cool off, right? Then they came up and they came down here. When these stocks go low, people stop paying attention to them. And then what they do is they consolidate for a couple weeks or maybe a month, stay in a range, they come down, they go in a downtrend, while the other stocks in the Mag 7 is going up. That's balancing out the SPY, right? And then what happens? Out of nowhere, stock rips. Because look what happened with NVIDIA. It was down, right? It was down. It was consolidating, going up, down, right? Not doing too much. Then out of nowhere, what happened? It rips. Comes all the way up here. And then what happens? It dumps, right? And then you buy in up here, and then you sell in up here. You sell out here, right? So now we go back to Apple. Now, what's Apple doing right now? Apple is doing what? They about to retrace all of this right here. Okay? They about to retrace all of this right here. Okay? Why are they about to retrace all of this? Because now it's their time to come back up. Right? Because from the previous highs, right, at 288, they came all the way down to 250.55. That's $33. What percentage is that? That's 11%. They came down 11%, right? What is 11%? That is correction territory. So Apple came down 11% in this fair value gap, and then what happened? They're bouncing to the upside. So they got this whole counter that they're going to try to retrace. They're going to come up to at least 265. I just hit them for 50% today, right? So Apple's down while Amazon is up, okay? But look what Amazon was doing. It had came down, consolidated, and then what it do? It retraced this whole thing right here, okay? I want you guys to understand how this game really goes, right? Go look at NVIDIA, right? Came up, came down, right? 1 week, 2 week, 3 week, 4 weeks, for a whole month, just coming down, right? And then it consolidates, come up. It's not doing too much, but there's going to be a time where this stock runs crazy, right? And when this stock runs crazy, another stock is going to be coming down, okay? Listen, y'all, this is how the game goes. This is how the game goes. When you understand that because the SPY has 500 companies in it, and it has a small handful that's the most heavily weighted, the institutional buyers and investors, they have to invest in a certain ones in certain periods of time, right? So all these stocks are going to have their time. They're all going to have their time. You just got to make sure you are on the right side of that, right? And this is why you want to buy low and you want to sell high. You do not want to buy high and you want to sell low. So listen, y'all, I hope that this video helped. Okay, if it was, let me know in the comments. Let me know what you guys thinking. I hope that that made some light bulbs go off for you guys as well. All right, but this is free game. Okay, so like I always say, make sure you get up out your head, go get into this world, because your head is a dangerous place to live. And also remember, the more you study, the less you worry. All right, y'all have a great day. I'm gonna holler at y'all later on the live. All y'all stay smooth. Peace.